If your paycheck stopped today, how long before your financial life began to unravel? A month? A week? Or only until the next bill? Escaping the rat race does not mean quitting your job tomorrow. It means building a financial life that does not collapse without the next paycheck. In this video, you will learn 6 financial pillars that turn income into savings, protection, ownership, and eventually more time, stability, and choice. And pay close attention to Pillar 5, because it explains why some side hustles create more exhaustion without creating real freedom. Let's begin with Pillar 1. Income growth. There is a limit to how much you can cut. You can cancel subscriptions, cook more meals at home, and shop carefully. But when your income is too low for your actual cost of living, budgeting alone cannot create enough room to build wealth. Income is the engine of the plan. A stronger income gives you more power to eliminate debt, build savings, invest, support your family, and create options. But income does not usually rise because someone simply wants more money, or even because they work longer hours. It rises when the market places greater value on what that person can do. That value may come from a skilled trade, professional qualification, sales ability, leadership, technology, healthcare, logistics, communication, or the ability to solve an expensive problem. A degree can help, but it is not the only path. Income can rise through a valuable skill, stronger credentials, better negotiation, a new employer, or a business model that solves a meaningful problem. So replace the question, how can I become rich quickly, with a more useful one? What can I learn, improve, or prove over the next 12 months that would make me more valuable? That question gives you something concrete to pursue. But earning more does not automatically make you freer. A raise can become wealth-building fuel, or it can finance a more expensive version of the same trap. That leads to Pillar 2, intentional living. Every increase in income creates a decision. Will the additional money build your future, or will your lifestyle absorb it before you notice? This is how lifestyle inflation quietly destroys progress. The apartment becomes larger. The car payment increases. Conveniences become necessities. Dining out becomes routine. Eventually, someone earning twice as much feels no more secure than before. The income changed. The structure did not. Intentional living is not about making your life miserable or feeling guilty whenever you spend money. It is about spending deliberately instead of automatically. Spend on what genuinely improves your life. Reduce what exists mainly to impress other people. Enjoy your money, but give that enjoyment reasonable boundaries. Most importantly, give every raise a mission before your lifestyle gives it one. Some of it might strengthen your emergency fund. Some might eliminate debt. Some might be invested for the future. The exact percentages will depend on your circumstances, but the principle remains the same. Do not allow additional income to disappear without intention. That is how you create margin. The money remaining after your essential life has been funded. Margin is where wealth begins. Without it, saving remains inconsistent, investing gets postponed, and every financial goal stays theoretical. But creating margin is not enough. You must also protect it. Pillar 3, saving and debt control. Many people want to jump directly into stocks, real estate, or business. But if one car repair sends you back to a credit card, your financial foundation is not ready. An emergency fund is not wasted or inactive money. It is a barrier between an unexpected event and long-term financial damage. It can prevent a late paycheck, medical expense, or urgent repair from turning into panic and expensive debt. Begin with a target you can reach. $500, then $1,000. Then work toward 1 month of essential expenses and continue building, according to your household, employment, stability, and responsibilities. At the same time, high-interest consumer debt must be confronted. Credit card debt does something especially damaging. It forces your future income to pay for your past spending. You are not only working for tomorrow, part of your paycheck still belongs to yesterday. And when the interest rate is high, debt may grow faster than a beginner's investments can reasonably compound. That is why the order matters. Build a starter emergency fund. Stop creating new lifestyle debt. Attack your highest cost balances with a clear repayment strategy. Then continue strengthening your savings buffer. Saving alone will not make you wealthy, but it keeps ordinary problems from repeatedly pushing you backward. At this point, your finances may be safer, but safety alone is not freedom. That brings us to Pillar 4, consistent investing. Saving protects money needed for emergencies and near-term expenses. Investing gives long-term money the opportunity to grow. In the United States, this may include workplace retirement plans, employer matches, traditional or Roth IRAs, diversified index funds, ETFs, or brokerage accounts. The appropriate account depends on your goals, tax position, time horizon, and personal circumstances. But the underlying principle is simple. Purchase productive financial assets consistently. Many beginners believe successful investing requires finding the perfect stock, predicting the next crash, chasing cryptocurrency hype, or reacting quickly to every headline. That is not a dependable foundation. A stronger approach is usually less dramatic. Invest regularly, diversify, control unnecessary fees, use tax-advantaged accounts when appropriate, avoid decisions driven by panic or greed, remain invested long enough for compounding to have a meaningful effect. Some months the market will rise, other months it will fall. Some years will test your confidence. But a disciplined investor does not require every month to feel comfortable. The system continues purchasing ownership through the uncertainty. And your first investment changes more than your balance. It changes your role. You stop being only a worker who earns money and a consumer who spends it. You begin becoming an owner. But financial investments are only one form of ownership. That leads to Pillar 5, ownership and asset building. Income supports the present. Ownership can continue building the future. Wealthy people are generally not only paid more, they own businesses, real estate, brands, intellectual property, distribution systems, and other productive assets that may appreciate or generate income. You do not need to begin with a large company or multiple rental properties. Ownership can start with a small service, a digital product, a repeatable offer, a piece of intellectual property, or a skill that gradually becomes a business system. But here's the uncomfortable truth. A side hustle can become a second rat race. When every dollar requires another hour of your personal effort, you may have created additional income, but you have not yet created greater freedom. The shift happens when the work becomes repeatable, the offer becomes clear, pricing becomes consistent. Processes are documented, customers return, products can be sold more than once, technology handles part of the operation, distribution expands your reach. Eventually, other people may help deliver the result. That is how a skill becomes a system, and how a system can become an asset. The same discipline applies to real estate. A home or rental property is not automatically a good investment simply because it carries the label property. Mortgage payments, taxes, insurance, repairs, vacancies, maintenance, and weak cash flow can turn an emotional purchase into a financial burden. Do not purchase something merely because other people call it an asset. Study what it actually does to your cash flow, risk, and future options. A productive asset should strengthen your financial position, not quietly weaken it. But building assets is only half the challenge. The other half is preventing one difficult season or one emotional decision from destroying them. That brings us to Pillar 6, long-term consistency and risk protection. Wealth is not built during one intense month of discipline. It is built by repeating sound decisions long enough for their effects to compound. This is where motivation often fails. People save for several months, then use the money for non-emergencies. They invest until the market falls. They earn more, then upgrade every part of their lifestyle. They start a business, then abandon it before the process becomes repeatable. The strategy was not always the problem, the absence of structure was. Wealth is not a temporary burst of motivation. It is a system that continues after motivation disappears. The system must also survive pressure. Jobs can be lost. Markets can decline. Businesses can slow down. Vehicles break. Families face emergencies. That is why appropriate insurance, emergency reserves, diversification, manageable debt, basic estate planning, and disciplined decision-making matter. Risk cannot be eliminated completely. It can be anticipated and managed. You do not escape the rat race by pretending nothing will ever go wrong. You escape by building a financial life that can absorb setbacks without collapsing. Now look at how the 6 pillars connect. Income growth increases your capacity. Intentional living creates margin. Saving and debt control protect that margin. Investing converts part of it into financial ownership. Asset building expands what ownership can do. Consistency and risk protection preserve the entire structure. That is the blueprint. And notice what the blueprint does not say. It does not say that having a job is the problem. A job can help fund your freedom. It may provide income, benefits, experience, retirement contributions, healthcare coverage, relationships, and the capital needed to build assets. The danger is not receiving a paycheck. The danger is having no financial strategy beyond it. Escaping the rat race is not about running away from work. It is about using today's work to purchase tomorrow's choices. The choice to leave a harmful situation. The choice to support your family during a difficult season. The choice to pursue a calculated opportunity. The choice to continue working because the work matters to you, not because one missed paycheck would destroy your life. That is what financial freedom really provides. Time, stability, peace, leverage, and options. Now ask yourself one honest question. Which pillar is currently weakest in your life? Is your income stagnant? Is lifestyle inflation consuming every increase? Is high-interest debt taking control of your future cash flow? Are you saving but never investing? Are you earning additional income without building anything that can operate beyond your time? Or do you understand the strategy but struggle to follow it consistently? Do not attempt to repair your entire financial life in 1 week. Choose one weak pillar and take one measurable action. Learn one valuable skill. Redirect part of your next raise. Save your first $500. Make an additional payment toward one high-interest debt. Increase your retirement contribution by 1%. Open the investment account you have been postponing. Turn one side income idea into a repeatable offer. Choose one step. Complete it. Then repeat the process. Because the rat race does not end when you receive one impressive paycheck. It ends when your paycheck begins purchasing assets, resilience, time, and choice instead of only paying bills. A paycheck can keep your life operating, but a well-built financial system can gradually make your life less dependent on that paycheck. Grow your income, live intentionally, control debt, and build savings. Invest consistently, build productive assets. Protect the system and stay the course. Start with the weakest pillar. Strengthen it, then move to the next. And in the comments, share the pillar you are choosing to strengthen first. For more practical breakdowns of the systems behind wealth, subscribe to Financial Awaken with Aaron.